There's a science research program at Shaker High School that could draw comparisons to the school in the X-Men.
Yeah, these students may not have superpowers per se, but they're working on mind-blowing inventions for their age, or any age for that matter. Only on 13, Anshu Gusain's project is especially impressive and truly one of a kind.
Here's an example of the image.
Is anybody studying the exact same thing?
I've never seen any papers on this type of study. Like, all of them have been focused utilizing these types of standard microscopes that only see 3 color spectra.
Those are RGB microscopes, red, green, blue, that are currently used to examine the body's tissue and cells when detecting cancer. But Anshu Gusain is working to exponentially expedite that process for a pathologist.
I've seen a lot of people in my life who've had cancer, and then they have that time, that waiting time, like 6 to 12 weeks to have their biopsy done. And in that time, cancer grows and their mental health decreases. Like, do I have cancer? So my project enhances this by using a hyperspectral microscope, which contains from 400 nanometers to 1,000 nanometers of color spectra.
Anshu worked on developing this technology over 3 years in Shaker High School's science research program before graduating at the end of June. It started with some computer coding help from his parents and eventual encouragement from a mentor. But it has blown well past that now with what would be unprecedented efficiency diagnosing and treating cancer.
What do they think of this?
They don't understand much of what I do.
Nobody does, Anshu.
Yeah.
And that isn't an exaggeration. Anshu was invited to present his research to an international conference of college students as a high school senior.
And they all were amazed that I was doing this. They were so surprised that I was there. They even scheduled me last in the entire conference.
What Anshu has found blew away that audience of fellow researchers.
After rounds of testing, his project has produced astounding accuracy. Coming up in the next hour, a look at those numbers and how they stack up in science.
Last hour, we introduced you to Anshu Gusain, who just recently graduated from Shaker High School.
But before he got his diploma, Anshu developed a historic innovation in the world of cancer diagnosis. Only on 13, this isn't just a really cool idea and new way of looking at human tissue and cells. It shows incredible promise.
This right here is just a normal RGB microscope that collects 3 color spectra, red, green, and blue.
But the hyperspectral microscope Anshu Gusain is developing uses a far more advanced technology to diagnose cancer cells in the human body.
Human health is the most important thing in the entire world. We may be able to go to Mars or whatever, but without the baseline of health, we can't progress.
There have been many medical discoveries and inventions to elongate our lifespans and keep us healthier, but in the mission to cure cancer, this is revolutionary from the recent Shaker High School grad.
After training, I got the results, which were really promising. So as you can see over here, with the RGB data set, I got around a 78% IOU, or intersection over union, which is my accuracy metric. The hyperspectral neural network achieved a much greater accuracy of 89%.
What in science reaches a 95% accuracy rate? Anything?
I don't know of anything that does, yeah.
And it's the speed in which those accurate results are coming back that's really turning heads.
Could we build a microscope that does all of this and
yes,
it doesn't need?
That's actually the future. That's what I hope to do, beyond college, is to develop a microscope that has this AI technology built in with the hyperspectral imaging sensor, so that as soon as the patient tissue gets placed on it, it'll do the instant diagnosis.
I guess that's what you can't see. I didn't have to tell him to do anything. He just did it because he needed it to go one step further, so he taught himself. So if you want to look for something amazing, he taught himself.
With all the human development and technology that we're developing every day, something new is coming out every day, and one day someone's going to figure something out and develop the cure for cancer.
And you heard Anshu refer to already thinking about his work beyond college. He's headed to the University of Illinois in the fall.
And he's going to Greece for a conference next year to present his research and its latest findings. If you missed part 1 of Anshu's story earlier this morning, we have it on our website, WNYT.com.